Later on the show, as we mentioned before, Boomstick and Crofty are going to be here after the Retro Generator, bringing forth their expertise on movies and game design. We're also going to be continuing our 1001 video games you must play before you die, the Behemoth feature that we started about 5 months ago, I want to say, and we're slowly ploughing through it, but getting pretty fatigued.
We still haven't
by this point.
We still haven't escaped the 80s yet.
Definitely not, definitely not.
VGM awesome. It's awesome.
VGM 40, Jono, feels good to be back, my friend.
It does feel good to be back. You need to release a remix album with all the remixes you've done of our theme.
What, like a soundboard?
Yeah, like a soundboard or a...
Can we release that?
A remix album, I'm sure you can.
Oh, yeah, man, I think all the heavy producers, they'll go for that stuff, yeah, man.
They'll dig it.
Yeah, they'll dig it. VGM 40 coming up on the show tonight are loads of stuff. More music from Deus Ex. We do like a bit of Deus Ex. We got some Sonic coming up later for our newfound compatriots in the shape of the Sonic Show, which we'll be talking about a bit later on, who have been trying their hand at Hamster. And, well, let's say it's...
varying degrees of success.
Yeah, very, very nicely put, John. Very, very polite, honest, and, yeah, very nice of you. Well done.
We love you guys. We love you, do.
We love you guys.
Really do.
Indeed. But Jono, it's been 7 whole days since the last time I saw you. What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Me? Well, I kind of got hooked on what could be described as the hardest game in the world ever.
Okay, John. The hardest game in the world ever.
This is the game that Hamster looks up to.
Really?
Yes.
And Hamster was tough, people.
It was.
So, what is this game, John, which is the hardest game in the world ever?
It's an online game simply called QWOP.
QWOP. Ah, QWOP. This has got something to do with some kind of athletics, running or something, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Right, explain, elaborate, mate.
It's a very weird game where the only controls you need are the Q, W, O and P keys on your keyboard.
Right, and what does that do?
And basically, they control various muscles in this runner's legs.
Okay.
And the whole idea is you have to try and make this person run as far as you possibly can.
What, and as smoothly as possible?
As smoothly as possible without having them fall over and plough their face into the floor.
I'm guessing there's probably a lot of falling over and a lot of face ploughing into the floor.
More often than not, I end up going negative distance.
Amazing. I haven't played this myself, but I have seen it, and I think, yeah, it's on par with the toughness of things like Hamster and anything else that just goes way beyond all that is difficult.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's gratuitously difficult.
Good stuff. Well, me, I've been kind of delving back. I haven't gone kind of retro gaming or anything, but I have been picking up some games which I bought, and then got stuck, haven't touched them for months, and I just felt like playing them again.
Portal?
No, Portal's on my to-do list, John. I haven't touched on it. I know you keep going on about it all the time, but I haven't touched on it, and I will get to it. But no, actually, Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare.
Oh.
Which is, are you a fan of your sandbox games?
I do quite like my sandbox games.
It's quickly, well, that and first-person shooters, I think, are my sort of favourite genres of games. But certainly sandbox, I love the kind of whole free-roaming, like an in-game living world, like Assassin's Creed, things like this. And, yeah, I mean, Red Dead Redemption is just incredible. But Undead Nightmare, I got stuck on that quite soon after getting it. You have to go and catch this particular breed of zombie, lasso it, put it on your horse, bring it back to some guy who wants to do something with it. You have to do all that whilst being chased by hordes of other zombies. It's really tough.
Sounds...
And these aren't just your normal, real zombies, like the slow, staggering... They're like your 28-day laters zombies, the ones that just run at you, full pelt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I actually did do that mission in the end, and I'm actually now progressing through it some more, so it's good.
I expect you feel very accomplished of yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I did actually, because for ages, like, wow, yeah, I plugged it out and I stuck at it, and I got through it.
You did it.
It was tough. Couple of tears were shed, but yeah, I'm okay. But yes, indeed, you're listening to VGM Awesome, VGM 40 on British Radio, live from the Brookway Activity Centre, the topical video game radio show. We kind of talk discussion, we talk about, or sometimes debate actually, certain topics will bring brought to the table, and we will fight tooth and nail about who is right and who is wrong. But we do have a very special guest on the show, which we'll be introducing very shortly. Somewhat of a... I don't know, I'm worried by this guy, actually.
Really? Why so?
He's a talented young man. He's got a good radio voice, good-looking little man. Wears similar shirts to me. That worries me.
That's a surefire sign that there is dark times on the horizon.
Dark times on the horizon. But we are going to go back to the past with some Bionic Commando, which is, to my mind, was one of the first games I ever really got stuck into on the Commodore 64.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bionic Commando, and it was on cassette tape.
Speaking of cassette tapes, we'll go into something a bit about that later on.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, this is Bionic Commando from the re-release, or the kind of... It was actually a sequel to the original game, but found a rehashed version a couple of years ago on the Xbox 360 and PS3, so enjoy!